What's going on, guys? So, it's Saturday. It is a couple hours, maybe 1.5 hours before the night event after the Learner's Day, which was today. And I just got back from work, but I'm going to change my spark plugs because I finally found the spark plugs I've been looking for the JZ at a store that was close to my house that happened to have them. Everywhere else doesn't have them. I had to order them. I was like, whatever. But they had them, so I was like, okay, I'm going to change them out. One of the reasons I'm changing to iridium plugs instead of copper or the other ones or whatever is because they conduct electricity way better and they last a heck of a lot longer. So if you're doing this on a JZ, you need a ratchet, I'll need a 4mm Allen socket, obviously spark plug socket, a 10mm, 10 on stick, whatever you want, and a 5mm for the coil pack brackets. So let's get started. Alright, so first I'm going to loosen my cover. I have one Allen nut on this side and then one Allen nut over there, but it's already out. Yes, if you're doing this on a regular stock JZ or something like that, something similar, you're going to want to take this front cover off and then you're going to want to take your ignition cover off in that order. If you don't do it in that order, well, obviously you won't be able to. Actually, wait, do I need to take this front cover off? No, I'm not taking the valve covers off. I don't know, whatever. Alright, ignition cover is off. Nope, I didn't have to take that one off, but oh well. So, yeah, guys, just ignition cover first. And then what you're going to want to do is get a screwdriver, a flathead, pop these open. It's easier with a flathead, trust me. It's very fast with the flathead. Pop those out, and then proceed to unplug each one. Don't just go yank it out, because I guarantee you'll pull one of these off and then you'll be like, oh crap, I'm jacked. 5mm. And I'll also show you how to check your coils to make sure that they're good and the spark is shooting down instead of every direction except down. What happens with a lot of the 1J coils is under the rubber boot, the plastic there likes to crack because it gets very hot, and the JZs run a little hotter than normal. Well, than a regular engine, which is okay. That's how they were engineered to perform. But the plastic was not, so they like to crack. And make sure you kind of try to grab these out easily so the boot doesn't get stuck inside. If it does, it's no big deal, but if I can avoid it, I like to avoid it. Alright, so here, what I was talking about. Just take the boot off and inspect it, make sure there's no cracks. These look pretty good. And if they are cracked, there's a trick that you can do. And what you want to do is you can take a special kind of heat shrink that's glue lined about this diameter and slip it up to about here, right where the indent is, and then heat shrink it on, and then take a razor blade and lightly, gently cut the excess off around the bottom of the coil where the spring is. Alright, well, let's get to it. Alright, time to remove these guys. Out with the old, in with the new. Now always when you're putting these in, start them by hand, and I would also recommend tightening them by hand with a socket, not a gun. But you can do it with a gun. But I do not recommend it, and I am not to blame if there is any damage done to your vehicle because of anything that I've told you or not told you to do in this video. So just be smart, guys. Till you hear one click, then stop. I think the torque spec on these is like something crazy. It's like 13 foot-pounds or inch-pounds. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I've done it so many times I just do it by feel. But if you want to look it up, you can look it up. Bam. And when they're new, just basically tighten it very carefully until it stops. If you're using a torque wrench, it's going to tell you it stopped a long time ago, but you need the crush washer to fully seat. Or what can happen is, while that thing is sparking and that piston's coming up and back down and creating that compression and combustion, it can cause the spark plug to come loose, and I've seen it shoot out. Yeah, I like the little hand ratchets because the mini ones you can feel pretty much everything you're doing. Those big ones will fool you. Alright. Alright, let's get this done and get the heck out of here. Oh, by the way guys, having these front and rear bash bars is amazing. You can jack the car up from right there and the back in the same middle area, and it's all even. It's awesome. Bash bars are a plus from Street Faction. I love you, Street Faction. Fill pump 1. Fill pump 2. Houston, we are ready to take off.